Assalamu alaikum. Hello my dear student. Hope that all of you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to the online class of Milestone College. This is Mohsin Kobir, lecturer, Department of Biology, Milestone College, Uttora, Dhaka. Today I am here again to discuss some new topics from chapter 1, which is animal diversity and classification. So keep watching my video until it goes to an end. In previous classes, you have learned about non-chordates phylum. Today, we are going to learn about the phylum Chordata. So, our today's topics are the characteristics features of phylum Chordata and characteristics features of subphylum of Chordata. After completing today's class, students will be able to learn what is notochord, why urochordates are called cis-chord, and students also will be able to describe the characteristics of phylum Chordata, will be able to describe the characteristics of subphylum Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. Students also will be able to write down the differences between non-chordata and chordata. So my dear students, let's move to the main discussion. Some basic information about phylum Chordata. Latin chorda means cord and Greek ata means to bear. So the word Chordata is originated from a Latin word chorda and a Greek word ata. So, one question is already arised in your mind. Who are the chordates? Or what will be the definition of chordata? So, here is the definition of chordata. The animals, those who possess notochord in some stage of the life or throughout the life is called chordata. Here, the word notochord, you are already informed about notochord. Notochord is a semi-rigid rod-like structure, flexible, which is present in chordates in some stage of life or throughout the life. In 1880, a scientist, Balfour, creates the phylum Chordata. In this phylum, there are 68,500 species are included. This phylum is closely related to the phylum Hemichordata and Echinodermata. Phylum Chordata has some fundamental characteristics. These characteristics collectively set chordata apart from the others phylum. So, here is the characteristics of phylum Chordata. Number 1, flexible rod-like notochord present in some stage of life or throughout the life. Here, number 2, dorsal hollow nerve cord present. Number 3, pharyngeal gill slit present in some stage of life. Number 4, post-anal tail present in some stage. Number 5, endostyle present in the floor of pharynx. These 5 distinctive characteristics set chordata apart from the others phylum. In this diagram, here you can see all the basic characteristics or fundamental characteristics of chordata. Here, this part, red colored part is called nerve cord, which is present just above the notochord. This is the notochord, and this one is endostyle, and these are the gill slit. And here also present a post-anal tail. So, these are the basic or fundamental characteristics of phylum Chordata. Beside these characteristics, chordates also have some common features, like chordates are triploblastic, chordates are bilaterally symmetrical, chordates are eucoelomate, and the blood circulatory system of chordates is closed type, and the digestive system is complete. Here, these characteristics, fundamental characteristics, you can easily remember or memorize through the mnemonics. Here, I have written down a sentence or mnemonics or tricks. Through this sentence, you can easily memorize the characteristics of chordates. Like, the sentence is, Tanvir is not a good doctor ever. Here, Tanvir, T for post-anal tail present, N for notochord, here G for gill slips, D for dorsal hollow nerve cord, and E for endostyle. So you can easily memorize the characteristics, fundamental characteristics through the mnemonics or the sentence. Now, the classification of chordata. Here is the outline of the classification. The classification of chordata is adopted from the Hickman's integrated principle of zoology. According to the reference, the phylum Chordata is divided into 3 subphylum. Those are subphylum 1 Urochordata, subphylum 2 Cephalochordata, and subphylum 3 Vertebrata. Again, the subphylum Urochordata divided into 3 classes. Those are class 1 Acidiacea, class 2 Thaliacea, and class 3 Larvacea. Cephalochordata has no class or superclass. Subphylum Vertebrata divided into 2 superclass. Superclass 1 Agnatha, that means jawless animal, and superclass 2 Gnathostomata, that means animals with jaw. The superclass Agnatha divided into 2 classes, class 1 Myxini and class 2 Cephalospidomorphi. And the superclass 2 Gnathostomata divided into 7 classes. Those are Chondrichthyes, Actinopterygii, Sarcopterygii, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, and Mammalia. But this part is not our today's topics. We are going to discuss only these topics, that means only the subphylums of Chordata. Phylum Chordata is divided into 3 subphylum. First one is subphylum Urochordata. The Greek ora means tail and Latin chorda means cord. There are 3000 species included in this subphylum, and most of the species are able to throw water with the siphon. That is why Urochordates are also known as sea skirt. The species of the Urochordates are basically found in the coastal waters around the world. Here is the characteristics of subphylum Urochordata. Larva free swimmer and adults are sessile. Notochord and notochord confined to the tail region. That means notochord and notochord only present in tail region. Body is covered with tunic or test, which is made of cellulose. All the members are marine and live in the bottom of the ocean by forming colony or single. Subphylum Urochordata divided into 3 classes: Acidiacea, Thaliacea, and Larvacea. So let's know the characteristics of the classes. First one is class Acidiacea. Number 1, sac-like body. tunic is thick and semi-transparent. Tunic or body covering is thick and semi-transparent. Tail is absent in adults. For an example, Acidia mentula. Class 2, Thaliacea. Body barrel or lemon shaped. Body barrel or lemon shaped. Body covering is thin and transparent. Body covering or membrane is thin and transparent. Tail is absent in adults. Example, Salpa maxima. Class 3, Larvacea. Body larva shaped. Body covering is temporary and made of gelatin. Body covering is temporary and made of gelatin. Tail is present in adults. Example, Oicolopleura albicans. Now the subphylum Cephalochordata. Greek kephali means head and Latin chorda means cord. Cephalochordates are also known as simple chordates. There are 33 species already recognized under the subphylum. The members of the cephalochordates are basically found in the coastal water, sandy bottoms of the coastal waters. So the characteristics of the cephalochordates are: there are 60 pairs of myotome muscles present along the body length. This red colored arrow shaped muscles are called myotome. There are 60 pairs of myotome muscles present along the body length. Number 2, notochord and nerve cord exist along the body and persist throughout the life. Notochord and nerve cord persist throughout the life. Number 3, the pharynx bear numerous gill slits open into atrium. Pharynx bear numerous gill slits which are open into atrium. Number 4, body elongated, semi-transparent and laterally compressed. Body elongated, laterally compressed and semi-transparent. And number 5, mouth is surrounded by an oral hood which bears numerous oral cilia. Mouth is surrounded by an oral hood which bears numerous oral cilia. So these are the basic features of subphylum Cephalochordates. Here an example, Branchiostoma lanceolatum. These characteristics you can easily memorize through the tricks or mnemonics. Maya is not a gentle and elegant orator. Here Maya M for myotome and not for notochord and nerve cord, gentle for gill slits, elegant for elongated, semi-transparent and laterally compressed, and orator means oral hood and oral cilia. So these are the basic features of subphylum Cephalochordata. Now subphylum Vertebrata. Vertebrates are the most developed members of the phylum Chordata. There are 65,000 species already recognized under this subphylum. The Latin vertebratus means vertebral column. So where is the basic characteristics of subphylum Vertebrata? Number 1, notochord is replaced by the vertebral column. Nerve cord form the brain and spinal cord. Anterior part of the nerve cord form brain and the posterior part of the nerve cord form spinal cord. Number 3, cartilage or bone endoskeleton consisting of vertebral column and a head skeleton derived largely from the neural crest. This brain is protected by the head skeleton and the spinal cord is protected by vertebral column. Number 4. There are 5 to 15 pairs of gill slit present both sides of the pharynx. Lateral pairs of appendages are used as moving limbs. For an example here, Tenualusa, Elisha and Panthera tigris are the members of subphylum Vertebrata. But these basic characteristics or fundamental characteristics of Vertebrata you can easily memorize through the sentence or mnemonic. Our very brave and smart teacher is loyal and energetic gentleman. Here, very for vertebral column, brave and smart for brain and spinal cord, loyal for lateral pairs of appendages are used, energetic for endoskeleton, and gentleman for gill slit. So these are the basic characteristics of subphylum Vertebrata that you can memorize easily through the mnemonics. So my dear students, some homework for you from today's discussion. Here is a creative question for you. Look at the stem. A. Acidia mentula. B. Branchiostoma lanceolatum. C. Tenualusa Elisha. Question number A. What is notochord? Question number B. Why urochordates are called C-scarred? Number C. Explain the characteristics of B as mentioned in the stem. And question number D. C is more developed than A. Analyze. My dear students, I hope all of you do your homework and submit the homework to the respective SW group. I hope all of you understood all the topics that I discussed today. Yet if you have any question about today's topics, please ask your subject teacher. That's all for today. Thank you for being with me. Stay home and stay safe. Allah Hafiz.